Hey, it's Sunday night. It's 10 o'clock, and it's Tom Antion live from Virginia Beach. Well, what a weekend it's been for a lot of people. One of the reasons I'm not crying the blues about all the crap I did this weekend is because, boy, there's a lot of people that are hurting this weekend with the hurricanes all over the place. Uh, Houston's still hurting, and it's still, in the middle of it. And there's more coming behind it. So we're thinking about all those folks that are out there suffering, and just thankful it didn't hit here. But anyway, I've had quite an eventful weekend, including flat tire and people telling me that their electric's off and it's not, and all kinds of stuff. But one, I'm going to say, little tiny, teeny, weeny, shining light. I'll show you in a minute. I want to refresh this page here to say hello to whoever's coming in here. Let's see who we got coming in. Make sure you say hi, hit the share button. Yeah, there's people on, but nobody said hi yet. Yeah, please leave a comment. Tell us who you are, where you're coming from. There's Alan. Hey, Alan, how are you? Survive and Defend. Alan's here. So I am going to have a new little girl. And when I say little, I'm saying little teeny weeny. Check her out. That's going to be my new little baby, September 30th. Alan says, "What's up with the likes, hearts flying across the screen?" I don't see any myself, actually. Hey, Art, how are you? Yay, Art figured out his sound problems. Good man. And the lead article in Alan's newsletter is about to go out. How can you help disaster victims, right? And without getting scammed, I might add. Yeah, that's going to be a good article. But anyway, that's my new little baby. She's half Pomeranian, half Chihuahua. And I'm going to take that little girl on September 30th, and I hope Rubik's doesn't eat her. Oh, she's a cutie little pie. Get back here. Yeah, so let's see what we got going here. Yeah, I've had a crazy day. Most of the time I start planning the show Saturday morning. Through the week I collect stuff, and then Saturday morning I start putting it together, and that way I'm covered no matter what happens on Sunday. Well, I started planning this show. I hope it doesn't show, at 15 minutes after 8 tonight. All right, so it's going to be a little bit shorter, but I got a lot of good stuff for you. Let's see. Don't forget, I got the shopping cart series. That's going to be good for a long time to come with the information I gave, and it's down below on the timeline. I did that 3-part series. Thanks for sharing, Alan. Appreciate it. Hey, there's Warren. Warren, tell Alan about the hearts flying across the screen, because he wanted to know what that was about. And Warren's going to be on. We're going to next week sometime. I don't know when yet. We're going to be doing an Instagram, the updated new. Hey, Janet, how are you? Yeah, I'm glad you could make it too. The updated, all kinds of new stuff with Instagram you need to know about. So if you saw Warren's last webinar, you know it was great. And so it's going to be great plus great, because it's going to be a lot of new stuff that you need to implement. So what else did I do this weekend? Well, I built that around the rental property. On the left, you can see the deck there that I finally finished. And so I took a bunch of scrap stuff the neighbor wanted me to haul to the dump, and I said, no way, my dad'd roll over in his grave if we took that good stuff to the dump. So I built this thing so that they wouldn't hit the lawnmower with the or hit the air conditioner with the lawnmower. And my buddy took the rest of the scraps and built one for him so his dogs wouldn't get in and chew the wires. So I did that Saturday morning. And what else did I do interesting? I'll bet none of you did this. I'll bet none of you bought a porta potty this weekend. So, so Warren's telling Alan it's called a reaction. If you swipe to the left, you can tap hearts, etc., to let the viewer know the general reaction to what is being said. Well, give us an example of that, Warren. So I get some more hearts on my porta potty. Alan was on his computer and tons were flying by. I think it was something related to all videos live, not just yours. No, no, that was, hey, there's Brett back from the dead. What's going on, man? So anyway, I'm getting my trailer ready for hunting season, so I bought a porta potty, and I got the guy down from $60 to $45 for a Thetford. All right, this is a top of the line porta potty, let me tell you. Now I got the smallest version, so I only get 27 flushes out of it, and then I got to come home, I guess. I don't know. So I'll bet you none of you bought a porta potty this weekend. All right, so our fake sponsor this weekend is Slime Tubeless Tire Fixer Plugger. I don't have the picture of it here, but so I go out in the Suburban, and it's got a flat tire, and I'm like, oh great. Now here's something interesting. I do have what they call run flat inserts. So in an emergency, I can go, I think 30 miles at 30 miles at 30 miles an hour, or 15 miles at 60 miles an hour to get out of any kind of trouble or dangerous situation. But you don't want to just run on them and ruin these very expensive things that are in the tires. It'd be like taking your fire extinguisher and say, well, I'm going to try it every week just to make sure it's working good. It wouldn't be any good anymore. So I let the Suburban sit there until I went and bought a tire plugger kit, and then you have to stick this thing in there and ream out the hole. Well, you had to pull out this hunk of metal that punctured the tire, and then I reamed out the hole, and then you put this little thing with cement on it, and push it in, and and then trim off the edge and blow it back up. So that's what I did. Now, if I go out tomorrow and it's flat again, I guess I didn't do a good job. Warren says he was pressing the hearts really fast. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, there are fake sponsors. Slime Tubeless Tire Plugger is not sponsoring us, but I'm glad they were around this weekend. All right, let's see what's coming up here. We got the saga continues. You probably had your Social Security number compromised this weekend. We'll talk about that in the scams. If you can't beat them, shoot them. In the self-defense, brutal self-defense. Internet, Amazon, and cool sayings. And the speaking tip, hide and go speak. How about that? And the a-hole of the week, wouldn't you love to marry into this family? Wait till you hear. And the hero of the week really made the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, we got one slot left at VIP Video Day this Friday, where I'm sure it's going to go this week, but hopefully one of you will grab it so we can get you out here. But it's actually VIP Video Weekend, Friday and Saturday, where we'll be shooting video of you in our high-def studio, editing it for you, putting graphics on. You're going to be learning Facebook marketing. You're going to be learning YouTube marketing. You're going to be learning all the other social media video marketing. You're going to learn how to make a $50,000 production about you and your business for pennies. You're going to learn equipment, Hollywood lighting techniques. All of that's just the first day. Then the second day, I'm going to take you out in the field and show you how to make videos on the spot wherever you happen to be that either promote you, or a sales video, or welcome video, or and you don't even have to have a good hair day. Some of these videos you won't be seen on the video, and it'll still make you money. And then I think 2 dinners and 2 lunches are included, and it's going to be awesome. So it's Antion.com/VIP video day.htm, Antion.com/VIP video day.htm, but it is going to be 2 days. This is the first time we ever done this. Okay, weight loss. Yay, weight loss. So last week I slid a little bit because of 2 buffets in a row. And I had a buffet this week on Friday night. So last week, or the week before, was 95 down. Last week, 93. Back to 95 down this week. So I'm still scratching and crawling towards that C note, that 100-pound down place. But I'm still 1.42 pounds per week for the last 36 weeks. So I'm still cranking along. And this happened several times, and then I made a big jump, so we'll see what happens this week. All right, let's see what we got going here. Mailbag, Penelope. I don't know what, I just thought I'd throw this one in. I got an email from Penelope that said, "Who's your daddy?" So I don't know who that is. Darnell said, "How many emails are too many to send out in a week?" Well, Darnell, that's a testing process with your group of people. I can't tell you the answer, but I will give you a guideline. I'll say you send out more than you're comfortable sending out, and you watch your unsubscribe rate. And if it gets enormous, now first of all, if you're new at this, I'm not sure if you are or not, but if you're new at this, any unsubscribe, just like, oh my God, I can't do this. But that's just part of the game. That might not have anything to do with you. It's just that somebody on that end can't take any more email. They're, who knows? You can't put that on yourself. But if you start getting a whole load of unsubscribes, but I mean, I've had as many as 5,000 in one day. How do you like that? All right, so don't worry about that. Just keep sending, because the more emails you send, the more money you're going to make if you play your cards right and market properly. But a lot of people just worry they're going to upset people on the list. Well, if they get upset, let them take a hike, because you've got to go after the people that love you and that are going to spend money and promote you, and they're never going to unsubscribe. That's the people you want. Forget the people that are going to unsubscribe, but send more than you feel comfortable with, and then watch your unsubscribe rates. All right, Serena says, "I've heard you talk about hydration before a speech, but I forgot what you said." All right. Well, you can't you really need to hydrate so your vocal cords are good for the speech. But you can't do it the same day. You got to do it the day before, because if you try to do it the same day, you'll just be peeing, every 2 minutes. So you do it the day before, and then you just maintain it on the day of. All right. So that's nothing much to it other than don't wait till the last minute. All right, let's get to the news. Well, the epidemic continues, but in this case, a Texas math teacher, 52 years old, was accused of sex in a public park with a teen boy student. Her name was Alberta Padilla, 52, a San Antonio high school math teacher. Well, I reported last week about somebody got a big settlement. One of the boys got a big settlement. I think I should get a big settlement, because when I saw this lady, she was not the little cutie pies from previous weeks past. She looked like the old me, She was that big and So anyway, saga continues. Now this other guy. Now here's the tip of the day. Don't get so drunk that you sell your car for more beer money and then forget you did it. All right, a guy in New Zealand got so drunk he sold his car, and then he bought more beer, and then the next day he reported it stolen to the police. And so the police tracked it down, and the guy said, "I bought it from the guy, and here's he signed the receipt, So that's your tip of the day. Don't get that drunk. Now, here's an interesting thing. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been kind of in this situation before, but it was years and years ago. But you're at some new person's house that you're dating, or it's very new relationship, right? And you got to go to the bathroom, number 2 maybe. And you're just very reluctant, right, to do it. I don't know if maybe nobody's ever been in that situation, but I have. But so anyway, this guy has his first date with this girl he found on Tinder. You swipe and swipe, all that stuff. So she's in the bathroom. The date went well. She's a normal girl, not crazy or anything. But she's goes back to his house and goes to the bathroom. And she goes number 2, right? And this is like nightmare of all nightmares, right? It won't flush. So this girl decides she's going to scoop it out, right? And she finds a plastic bag, and she tries to throw it out the window of the bathroom, but it gets stuck. I don't know where it gets stuck. So, but it doesn't go outside. It just kind of gets hanging there right outside the bathroom window. I wish I could make this stuff up. So she decides to go out after it. And she's reaching, leaning on this guy's window, and breaks the window, and gets herself lodged in the window. He has to call 911. The firemen come up to retrieve her, and I mean, they're laughing so hard they can barely get the jaws of life out to get her. And the latest report is they're still dating. So I guess this guy is easy to get along with, and she has no shame on her. Oh my God, I can't make this stuff up. Now I've been when I go to the grocery store, there's a lot of young girls that work the cashier. Now, there's all kinds of people. I tease with all of them. I've been going in there, I don't know, 15 years or so. So they all know I tease around. So every time the young girls are there, I say, "Hey, did you get married yet?" And you're going to have your wedding reception here, right? Because the food's here already, and there's plenty of aisles. Aisle 11, you can get married on aisle 11. So I tease them and tease them and tease them. But there's other places, cool places people got married, like Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's, and they're wearing camouflage and, stuff like that. So a couple got married at Planet Fitness on the exercise machine. So I thought that was, there's no big punchline on this one, but that's pretty cool. A couple that exercises together stays together, I guess. Now, a JetBlue passenger is, let me see if we got any more. I got to refresh here. Let's see if we got any more comments here. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Okay, I don't see any new comments there. Is claiming that she got burned on her butt with hot tea. And to quote her, the pain was unreal. And I'm thinking, no, your claim is unreal, you scammer. We had somebody in my nightclub. It was one of those women bigger than me with a little skinny husband. I don't understand that dynamic, but that's what it was. And she ordered coffee and then had her husband bump into the waitress to spill the coffee on her, and then she tried to sue me for $5,000. But little did she know that I was buddies with the last place that she tried to do it, the bowling alley in Morgantown. And the guy said, "Is she big and this husband skinny?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, she just did that." So when they found out, their lawyer found out that I knew that she disappeared, So I think we still charge him for the coffee. All right, let's go to the scam bag where we find the scumbags. Well, the only thing I'm going to talk about today is not a particular scam. It's the fact that last week, I think all of us got our Social Security numbers hacked because I think it was Experian got 143 million records hacked. So, I mean, the only thing that's going to save you if you're dead by the time the hackers get to you to steal all your money, I guess. So my advice is to check your credit card statements very carefully for small charges, a $2 charge or sometimes a 50-cent charge. They just want to see if the credit card will go through, and then they get you. And then I do suggest you take, Art says Equifax. You start, doing, some states give you free credit reports. Start checking a little bit to see if there's anything strange on there and immediately dispute it, But you might want to, it's a tough one. I mean, you think, yeah, what's the chances they're going to do something with me? I don't know. It's just, that's probably half the country got their Social Security numbers. So anyway, just start watching more, be more vigilant for tiny charges on your credit card, and then, give it a little time, and then check your credit reports. All right, self-defense tip. Like I said, if you can't beat them, shoot them. All right. So this isn't I don't know how much of a tip this is either. It's, remember I only laid this show out like half hour all right, tonight. But an Indiana guy had a home invasion, and, when I hear this, I'm like, two guys broke in and just started beating the shit out of this guy. Well, to me, that sounds like there's some relationship there, because why? I mean, would they do such a thing? Why did they just tie him up, knock him out once and go rob the place? I don't know. Why would they just beat on him if there wasn't some relationship there? So I want to see what comes of that later. However, he was able to get free enough to grab a gun and shoot, start shooting, and they left. All right. So a couple things there. First of all, I'm always within, very close range of a firearm, all right, first of all. And I'm always very cognizant. I'm always locking the door, no matter what. If it's in the middle of the day and we're just running in and out with the dogs, no, you lock the damn door, all right? Now, it doesn't mean it can't get kicked in and broken in, but it's at least they can't walk in and then surprise you before you can get to a firearm, if you're so inclined to handle firearms properly. Warren says Credit Karma is a good one. Okay. So anyway, you got to shore up your house and lock your doors. I mean, it's just simple as, how high level of a tip is that? Lock your darn doors. Lock your windows. Fortify your house a little bit. Make sure the bushes are knocked down so people can't be getting in your windows undetected, and put some gravel under your windows so they make noise if anybody's standing there, stuff like that. If you remember the old Charles Bronson movie with I forget what it was. He was people were terrorizing some old people, and he put just nails through a board and stuck it under the windows. When they broke in, they stepped on the nails. Now that's called booby trapping, and you probably get arrested by the bad guy. But if the shit ever hits the fan really bad with looters and stuff, you do what you got to do to protect yourself and your family and your belongings. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Internet tip, a couple of them here. Amazon S3. So we do a lot of this with our students because they're always asking, well, how do we upload videos to our website? And I tell them, you don't, because videos are enormous, and you don't want them to play off of your website because they'll exceed your hosting capacity very quickly. They'll have to charge you more for hosting, but your site will slow down so bad that it'll, terrible. So the idea is Amazon has services, all kinds of services for people online, but Amazon S3 is this dirt cheap place to house these big files of yours, audio and video files, and it connects to your website by a player. So the person on your website just hits the button like normal, but instead of the video being bogged down on your cheap hosting, it's fed by Amazon's really good servers, and the customer, the person watching, doesn't know the difference or cares, but they get to watch their video without it stuttering and all that stuff. See, so Amazon S3, it's a place. It's pennies. I think my bill. Sometimes they don't even send me a bill. It's so small. I mean, it's just nothing. And if you have an Amazon account already to buy stuff, you just sign up for the S3 account. You're already part of Amazon's family. Then the other thing is I just saw a very interesting product, but it reminded me of a marketing idea of playing off some regular and well-known saying. So I'm going to show you a picture in Home Depot. I just did a close-up, but the product is a light, a construction light. And they said, not just another one light stand instead of one nightstand. And it got me to stop and really look at this rigid product of a LED construction light. All right, so think about, what sayings you could adapt and use in your marketing materials. I mean, they must have been really serious about this to put it on the cover of the packaging. All right, so not just another one light stand. It's a great idea. So you can use that, and that's more than just internet marketing, any kind of marketing. All right, let's see what we got. Speaking tip. Before I got into professional speaking, I never really thought I could do it because I can't remember what to say. All right, that's why I got notes here. I can't remember what to say. Now, if you remind me of what I was going to talk about, then I know all about it, and I'll tell you. But then I can't, well, what was next? So I better look. All right? So I have notes hidden all over the place. Let's see. Warren's saying... Death Wish 3. What was Death Wish 3? Was I talking about something? I don't remember what that was. So Warren says his course handouts are up there, Amazon S3. But what was Death Wish 3? Oh no, it was Amazon Death Wish 3. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So I would hide notes so that it would remind me what to say. And nobody ever knew it. And I'm telling you now, but my whole career, nobody ever caught me. Nobody ever noticed. So some of the places you can put them is on the floor. If you have a raised stage. Because a flat piece of paper laying on the floor when you're on a raised stage, nobody ever sees. And you can walk over like this, peek at it, and start talking, It's no problem. On a flip chart, if you write real lightly in pencil, when you walk over to the flip chart, you can see what you're supposed to say, but they can't even see it from 5 feet away. See? So that's on a flip chart. You can have it on the wall in the back of the room. On a big room, you could just have one word that reminds you, or maybe 3 bullet points that just remind you of what to say. I have a lot of mine on a table. I always work with a 6-foot banquet table with my computer on it, but on flat, laying flat. So even without a raised stage, they can't see the notes that well. But if it's a raised stage and on a table, they can't see anything. All they see is the lid of my laptop. On the lectern, if you're so inclined to use one, which I haven't used, I don't know, in 100 years. Most professional speakers don't, but that's a place to hide them. On props. So I might walk over to a prop and hold it up, and the notes are pasted on the back of what to say about the thing. You know, and I turn around and you don't see the notes. And my handout. So I always have a handout, and the thing is I say, hey, look at that 3rd bullet there. When everybody looks at it, I'm supposed to be looking at it too, and I'm reading what I'm supposed to say about it right there. I've been doing this for years. You could tape some on your computer screen, all right? So you can hide them all over the place, and but just don't write out stuff, because you'll stare at it and try to read it and remember what you wanted to say. Bullet points only, all right? All right, that's your speaking tip. Now, A-hole of the week. Just think if you'd like to marry into this guy's family. The guy's name is Devbir Kalsi, and his mom, who would be your mother-in-law, is Bupoinder Kalsi, and his dad is Jasper Kalsi. So, you know, it's nice when you invite your mom and dad to come over, you know, especially when they're out of the country, and come over and stay with you a little bit. Especially if their whole purpose of their trip is to beat the piss out of your wife. That's what this Indian family did. The son called the parents and had them fly from India to Florida to discipline his wife, who was not being obedient. And so all 3 of them beat the shit out of her. They all 3 got arrested, and Jesus, how barbaric can you get? I mean, it's not like the guy got drunk. I mean, I'm not sticking up for a guy getting drunk and beating up on somebody. But see, I can't see your comment here. I'm going to refresh here, Janet. Yeah, but I mean, at least the guy's got a halfway of an excuse, all right? I was drunk, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. All right? Hey, Barbara Ann, how are you? Coming to see me? You're coming to see me Friday? Oh, the Charles Bronson movie. Right, that's right. The one, Death Wish 3. Boy, you're great on these movies. The booby trap in the window for the older couple, right. No, this was premeditated, and flying from India to Florida to beat the hell out of a woman that's supposedly not being obedient. I mean, what century are we in? Jesus. So that's the a-holes of the week. But the hero of the week, oh man, whew. The ultimate sacrifice with this lady. Her name is Carrie. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. Declyen. It's Deklyen. Carrie Declyen. Oh boy. The ultimate sacrifice. She had cancer, but she was pregnant. So she had the choice of taking the cancer treatments and living, but the pregnancy would have to be ended. She chose to take the pregnancy and refuse the cancer treatments. So she had the baby, and not too much longer after that, she passed. And the last thing her husband said to her is, "I'll see you in heaven." So, wow. I don't know if I have it in me. Geez. So, Carrie, up there in heaven, boy, what a person you are! I'll tell you. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what's right, what's wrong, what should happen, what shouldn't. But you know, what a person that you are. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So that's our show for tonight. And thanks everybody for attending, and throw in some shares there so people can watch it afterwards. And video day's coming up. Barbara Ann's coming. We got Famous Dave's coming from Michigan. Famous Dave Anderson from the what do you call it? The barbecue place. We've got a cybersecurity expert coming. And we've got another person fleeing Florida that's coming. Figure, oh, I might as well go to Tom's, you know, if I can't stay home. So we got one slot left. Who's gonna take it? Who is gonna take it? Where's the camera on this bad boy? Woo. So anyway, I don't have a death wish, so I'm gonna get some sleep tonight. Donna Marie says, "Wow, how sad and beautiful at the same time. This mom gets Mother of the Year." Yep, that's for sure. So, anyway, Antion.com/VIP video day.htm, and I'll see you this week, and I'll see everybody else Sunday night.